Hey Atomics, welcome back to another video. We just finished recording the video talking about the world boss and the kind of team composition that I'm going to be using to fight him. This is this team comp. I figured I would show it off and do a better job explaining everything a little bit more in detail because I'm actually going to be fighting the boss like this. And so that's how we're going to do this. So, essentially, you're going to want this boss to always crit. If you have someone like Gnosis Dahlia, you're going to want to let the boss crit. So you're not really going to want to take away his crit chance. You want him to crit on Gnosis Dahlia. The reason why you want him to crit on Gnosis Dahlia is because that's how she does her counterattacks. So when he does this attack, and he crits, and he misses Gnosis Dahlia, of course, if he crit her, she would have counterattacked, which is huge. That's a lot of extra damage. But he missed her for some reason, and, you know, we didn't get the counterattack, which is fine. It happens. But it's going to be a little messed up now because, realistically, we would have broken him already. We're just a little bit behind what I normally would be at from that miss, but that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. As long as he crits the rest of the time, I think we'll be okay. I'm also not going to be using any of Gnosis Dahlia's AP until later. The reason being is I want to be able to be spamming her burst too, basically the entire time. Same thing for Demi Luna. I want to be using her burst too, basically the entire time in this this back half of it. Literally, all we need to do is we need to break him one more time, which happens soonish after we cross him over to 1.2 million damage done. That's when we're going to want to start proccing everything. It looks like we're going to get it actually pretty early on right here from the lucky counterattack from Drakon, which is huge. Which now he'll break. We'll be able to burst, or be able to do K's break attack. He'll switch over to his final form. And this is on turn 5. But as you can see, Gnosis Dahlia does not fuck around when it comes to her damage. So we're just going to start going off with this damage here. We're going to check this. Looks like when he gets to his S3, which is what he's going to be launching this turn, is just going to do big damage to fire, water, earth enemies characters, which we'll be fine about. I'm not too worried about it. The only thing I'm worried about is Drakon's survivability here. But I'm not super concerned about it. I'm pretty confident that Drakon will live. Especially when I start popping a little bit of healing into her. I think she'll be okay. I think Drakon will be fine, hopefully. Barely. Drakon's barely fine. But we gotta remember that when they end their turn, if Drakon is at 30%, she gets reduced to 1 HP. But we don't have to worry too much about it because he's gonna hit Gnosis Dahlia for one damage here. It's gonna be the single attack into Gnosis Dahlia. So as long as this can get Drakon above 30%, we'll be okay. Apparently we did not. So we can't get Drakon over 30% at the moment. But we will here in the next, when we deal with this next AoE. Because I'm going to forego Maeva's turn in order to heal Drakon up to make sure that she can survive. Not doing too bad. I don't know why Demi Luna's not critting as much as she should be. But we are going to Dreaming of You. And then we're going to drop this. So now he should S2. We counterattack with Dahlia. And we double check the buff. It will do insta-kill on dark and light enemies, and he will be doing it next turn. So, we're going to attack with everybody other than whoever we have last. We're going to save them. So, we'll pop this off, might as well. I believe Mava is covering the back end of this all. So, Mava will be the one we switch out from. Yep. So, now we'll attack with Luna like this. And then we're going to switch to the Tricore. Because they're going to be able to take this hit, no problem. And then we are going to just hit him with a little bit of damage. Hit him with as much damage as we can with these guys. And then on the last turn, we switch back. Because, believe it or not, he can only hit Gnosis Dahlia again. So she gets a free counterattack. And then it's her turn again. So now we can go straight into doing more damage. We break him again. This is going to put us at, 5.3. So he's going to fire off the big AoE. So we are going to definitely want to make sure that everyone is as healed as we can possibly get them for this. Cough, cough, Drakon. Cough, cough. Okay, he should fire this. Everybody should live just fine. There's Dahlia being an absolute beast. And if you notice, we have 3 chain attacks still right now. And that's just we haven't used them just yet. Because with Gnosis Dahlia, she'll give us an additional 25 chain points. When she does anything. She'll get an additional 25 chain points. Which allows us to keep looping this. Okay. 11 turns now. We're going to very quickly double check. This is going to insta-kill any fire, water, earth on this last hit here. I am actually still a little bit worried about Drakon surviving, which is kind of an odd feeling right now. I'm kind of worried about Drakon surviving right now. I hope she survives. She didn't. Go figure. Of course she didn't. So what that means is that the counterattack that happened earlier actually did matter. Because now we're going to sit on a good bit of damage that we could have been able to do, that I won't be able to do now. Little frustrating, and I'll show you guys real quick. Even if you use her dark skill, oh, it does give it to us. Never mind. Well, with Drakon dead, no reason for us to stay in the light mode. But I'm going to play this out as much as I can. Just so you can see kind of the order in which we do things. So he will insta-kill Fire, Water, Earth still. But as soon as the next big AoE that he does will be the one that we have to worry about.
Shall we continue?
So.
I shall test your faith. I shall open a path. I can do it. Eliminating enemies. Crawl, insect.
We might be able to break 8 million this run, which will be the highest score I've had. I also think it is Gnosis Dahlia counterattacks. We missed one early on. I think that also might have something to do with it.
Place your fate on the line. Oh, son of the king.
The RNG for these fights are always very finicky, so sometimes you might have to do it a couple times to find your right rhythm and to really get your highest score. I mean, we definitely would have been able to get another break-in if we had Drakon around, but unfortunately we didn't. So we lost a little bit of damage that way. But we just hit 8.1, which is my highest score so far.
You're literally freezing.
Bam. 8.1 is my highest score that I have gotten. Again, if Drakon lived, probably would have worked a little bit better. But Drakon died, which is fine. Not the end of the world. It happens sometimes. It just means that, you know, I'll probably have to play again and I see if I can make it even higher. Because realistically, if I could do all those chain attacks plus everything else, I might have actually gotten close to 9 million. I'm sitting at 22 right now. It won't tell me because it goes down to, you know. Why is this World Boss Drakon? This is World Boss Drakon. I want this one. I want this guy. I wonder if that's just, this is the World Boss Drakon from the last time, maybe. Because if I go to recommended formation... There we go. This is better. So I'm at top 10% right now, but you also have to remember when you go through this, like level 32, this is a cheater account. This is a cheater account. This doesn't look like it. Maybe this is a cheater account. I would be willing to say that this is probably... I don't know. That's some pretty high CP, but I see 2 mages in there. So I'd be willing to say that this is a legit account, probably. This is a cheater account. This is a good account. The rest of these are probably good accounts. Oh, there's a cheater account. There's a cheater account. When you see like a level 33 and they're up here, you know, but realistically, sitting at 8 million, being able to scroll down, let's see, should be able to see me somewhere over here. Oh, damn. I can't even, I'm not even in the top 100. Well, I'm going to have to fix that then. Because I'm gonna be in the top 100. I'm gonna grind this until I hit top 100. I'm gonna keep trying it. I'm gonna try to come up with a couple different ideas. Another character that was working really well instead of Drakon was Maxwell. That's why he was over there and Bell was in here in the last video. Maxwell works pretty well because all of his skills are technically AoE skills. They attack all enemies, and so you can do some pretty crazy damage with him on that end. Don't run this set. I would take this set off and I would put on like a counterattack set or a penetration set and use that. I'll probably take the speed set off, give him penetration, and probably run that back again with this and see how much better I do. With that, I'm going to leave this video here. I'll probably do a community post if I can make it in the top 100 people. I'll make a post about that. If I can make it. If I can't, then you won't get a post. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Hopefully you guys learned something. Hopefully this was helpful to all of you guys that were really trying to do this world boss. Don't be afraid to ask questions in the Discord. We love answering those questions, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.